I can't breathe. This is for Alsobrooks with an ask. Pass the George Floyd bill. Pass, repeal Dred Scott. Blacks have no rights in which white America respects. Black lives don't matter. Black votes do. Black money do too. We more than hashtags on t-shirts. I'm good in the hood, and this is my hoodie. All right? This is my hoodie. And this is Alsobrooks with an ass. That's Alsobrooks with an ass. In 2024, we want you to pass the George Floyd bill. We want you to stop funding the Israel. You killing black people in America like you killing Palestinians. It's Monopoly, the Cheaters Edition. And we talking about lifestyles. Lifestyles of the rich and famous and lifestyles of the poor and nameless. Go to jail. That's Governor Westmore. Governor Westmore, you got to turn over all this information before Election Day. See who that is? That's Stephanie Smith. That's Larry Hogan and Al Redmer. Long story short, it's all about Gov.O'Malley. Gov.O'Malley and his crime machine. That's President Obama. He asked for an investigation. That's the Department of Justice. Eric Barron, he ain't did it yet. I need an investigation. This case right here, I never got a trial. All right, filed. Evidence was taken. Property was taken. My intellectual property. That tape is worth $1 million. All right, because it goes with the rest of my tapes. See who that is? That's Sean Yost. And if you go to Sean Yost, he got a hour video he did about me, about Governor O'Malley. They never showed the tape. We're going to show the tapes. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Racism don't work without black cooperation. See the date? November 2023. Jim Jordan, chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. All right, Chairman Jordan. For more information about Mr. Davis, he can be found on Facebook page, Twitter. All right. Long story short, social media for social change. I started this in 2006. Get Shorty, a movie and a documentary. I'm an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. And President Obama asked for an investigation about your prison industry. About your prison industry. You feel me? That's the Maryland Board of Elections. Ex-felons got a right to vote. Everything that Jared Jermaine has got, he got to turn over to the public. That's Governor Westmore. Everything Governor Westmore, he got to turn over to the public. That's Attorney General Anthony Brown. You got to turn it over to the public. That's Governor Larry Hogan. You got to turn it over to the public. I can't breathe. I can't breathe and they can't vote. I can't breathe and they can't vote, but I can. I own shorties. I own all parts of me. You feel me? I own all parts of me. That's Governor Larry Hogan. We talking about voter suppression. That's Governor Larry Hogan and me. That's Governor O'Malley and me. And that's Lake County, Illinois. Moses parted the Red Sea. Shorty parted some rednecks. I don't get no justice. You don't get no peace. Like I said, racism don't work without black cooperation. Boyd Rutherford. This is Black Reality from 1986. Like I said, I was making a movie. Ain't no law against making a movie. It's the learning tree. It's the learning tree. If you go to TJ Smith, get this information. If you go to Senator Smith, get this information. Racism don't work without black cooperation. That's the FBI. And that's me. I own all parts of me. You feel me? I own all parts of me. I'm the president and the vice president. No, I'm the president, the chairman of the board, the treasurer, and the secretary. I got a vacancy for a vice presidency. All right. So like I said, art and activism. You're going to learn today. It's a 2021 Weaver Award winner. All right. M&T Bank. I went from Baltimore's worst to Baltimore's best. And these are the supporters of Shorties. All right. That's Mary Wells from the Supremes. That's my mother and my father. That's Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Place. And that's my producer, Rob Fix. Like I said, making a movie ain't against the law. This is Fox 45. All right. And like I said, I was making a documentary, and Fox 45 knowingly lied to the public the other day and called me a terrorist. That's the Baltimore Sun, Armstrong Williams, and Fox 45. Show you the role of media plays in misinformation. That's ABC 2. In 2010, I gave this information to ABC 2. That's my case right there. I never got a trial for that case. And I broke down your criminal enterprise and the money you make off black bodies. ABC 2 works for Governor O'Malley and his corruption machine, mass incarceration. That's Ed Norris. And right here, on the Save a Cop's Life and the War on Drugs. Freedom is almost perfected. Just a few more laws, regulations, and cages. Like I said, I went home on vacation and came back on probation. She been lying to you. It's Governor Larry Hogan. If Blagojevich can go to jail, so can Hogan. That's Larry Hogan. That's Larry Hogan. That's my lawyer, John Bailey and Karen Levy. Like I said, I never got a trial. These are the supporters of Shorty's. We're employing any and all appropriate officials in the state of Maryland to assist Shorty in his effort for justice. That's me. That's Letters for Zion. It's a movie covered under the First Amendment of the Constitution. Letters to Zion. The same way that y'all made Baltimore the Wire, this is Baltimore Rewired, the money behind the machine. And that's Mayor Brandon Scott. All right, and Jack Young. That's Delegate Sheila Roof. And that's Mike Tyson. This is who I used to be back in the 80s. All right, that's me. And Val King, Will King, Michael Shannon, the rest of us. And this is me. On February the 2nd, my mother died from cancer and y'all kidnapped me. You stole me from my family. You stole me from my family. My brother William Davis is a postal inspector. He protects the president. The Secret Service know him. You feel me? The Secret Service know him. My brother Michael was in Vietnam. The war on drugs. You feel me? And this is my family. The 2021 Weaver Award winner. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And you ain't beat me yet. Social media for social change. I'm an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. Westmore. Like I said, you got to turn over all that information because I made the movie about you. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Pass the George Floyd bill. Pass the George Floyd bill. That's Michael. All right. And that's Commissioner Harris. All right. This letter is in 3 parts. We talking about kidnapping. I was kidnapped to protect Governor O'Malley. I was kidnapped to stop me from making this movie. I own me. I own all parts of me. You feel me? I own all shares of me. 100 shares of Shorty. Nobody owned me. So I put it in a book and a movie. It's The Learning Tree. That's Mary Wells from the Vicki Lawrence and me. I'm the cook in Baltimore. That's Mary Wells from the Supremes. And that's my mama. She died on February the 2nd, 2011. Never mess with a black man's mother. Never mess with a black man's family. You feel me? Mic check. That's Annapolis. Our elected officials been silent on this. You stand up for Tennessee, but won't stand up for us. You won't stand up for us. That's Thurgood Marshall. I want to go to the Supreme Court. No Loggins making a movie. And the movie is about Baltimore. The Baltimore Democratic Party. Yeah. That's the Baltimore Sun. And that's Get Shorty. See the date? 2009. Governor O'Malley approved it. Governor O'Malley approved it. Get Shorty. And it's all about you. That's the Baltimore Sun. We talk about racism in the media. Armstrong Williams. David Smith. That's me. I own me. I own all parts of me. I'm the cook in Baltimore. You feel me? I'm the cook. I'm also an activist. Have a cup of coffee with Shorty. You feel me? I'm on the House of Cards. That's the House of Cards. And that's me. I'm the cook. I'm on the House of Cards, so I got Baltimore Rewired. The money behind the machine. A whole documentary. A movie. A series. Letters to Zion. It ain't just a movie. It's my life. That's James Pride. That's Governor O'Malley. Parole and probation. All right? Grand jury request. 14 days response. And that's me, 1402 Lochner, where you kidnapped me from. I'm an advocate. I gave this to President Obama, and I gave this to Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown when he was running for office. We're going to play the tapes like Watergate. That's Obama, whistleblower. President Obama, whistleblower in the prison industry. That's President Obama and Barbara Mikulski. Made a movie all about Maryland's prison industry. Everyone in this picture is part of the movie in the 2011 toilet. See who that is? That's Belfield. That's Attorney General Anthony Brown. That's Scott Shellenberger. That's Kiefer Mitchell, Kurt Anderson, Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake, Governor O'Malley, Jack Young, Bernstein. You see me? Racism don't work without black cooperation, and you can't stop the movie. The movie's about our government and our government elected officials. Like I said, that's James Pride. That's me at the Supreme Court. Because like I said, I don't get no justice. You don't get no peace. Dred Scott, do blacks have rights in which white America respects? Well, we're going to go to the Supreme Court and find out. Activism ain't terrorism. I'm the founding member of the Baltimore Block. Ask Lawrence Bell. Ask Raleigh Hayes. Ask anybody in Baltimore about the Baltimore Block. That's the Algebra Project. Ask them about me. That's Senator Broshin. He was on the Judiciary Committee. That's me and Mayor Pugh. That's me and Tawanda Jones. Activism ain't terrorism. I'm an activist. That's me and Annie Chambers. Yeah, activism ain't terrorism. And that's Tyrone West. Do blacks have rights which white America respects? He was murdered by Baltimore City and Morgan State University police. But we don't hear Dr. K talking about Tyrone West. We don't hear Dr. Ray Winbush talking about Tyrone West. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Like I said, I'm an activist. And you see that? Ivan Bates got that. That's right there. And that's right there. Ivan Bates got a lot of money from Fox 45, David Smith. So Ivan Bates ain't trying to prosecute David Smith. But the media can't put out misinformation. You feel me? So Ivan Bates, we open for business. Prosecute David Smith or go to jail. If Nathon can go to jail, so can you. Activism ain't terrorism. That's Annie Chambers and me. That's Annie Chambers and Shorty. Like I said, that's Ivan Bates. He got this information. That's President Obama. We believe in the inherent dignity and equality of every human being, regardless of race, religion, creed, or sexual orientation. Obama made this great speech about what we supposed to stand up for. Well, you supposed to stand up for us. That's Mike Tyson and my grandmama. Mike Tyson said, knock you out. That's Mike Tyson and my grandmama, Katie Lou Jones. Ask Mike. That's the Board of Elections, Jared Gementa's office, and everything from the Board of Elections. We talk about voter suppression. That's Karen York. We talking about the criminalization of poverty. Karen York will tell you about me. She even wrote a story about me. That's Governor Westmore. You wear the mask, you got to put in the work. You wear the mask, you got to put in the work. That's Public Accommodations Act. Governor Westmore passed a proclamation last November about public accommodations, but he denies me access to the courts. You feel me? That's the Public Accommodations Act, discrimination. That's Ed Mulatolo from the Ravens and Ozzie Newsome. That's the Baltimore Sun. That's me when I was a kid. And those are my sisters and brothers. That's President Obama and me. That's the Oreos and me. And that's Shorty's self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of young. And the Baltimore Sun got that. Social, economic, political, medical, and environmental. I gave you the program, and I've been working the program ever since. That's who got the program. President Obama, Lisa Madigan, Patrick Fitzgerald, the FBI, Washington, D.C., Quinn, Governor O'Malley, County Board, Judge Bell, all right, Carl Snowden, Eric Holder, Hillary Clinton, Senator Ben Cardin, Karen Parks from Fox 45, Ascot Martin, all right? And that's the Baltimore Sun, and that's me. That's me in 1981, territorial drug dispute, all right? I turned myself in, and I turned in my client list. That's why I'm still alive and breathing. Zion Anti-Violence Program. That's me. I gave you a program, and the program works. Community in crisis. Yeah, our community is in crisis. You killing us. We can't raise our kids if we locked up. We can't raise our kids if we dead. We supposed to bury, the kids are supposed to bury us. We ain't supposed to bury our kids. I'm an activist. I'm a black man living in white America. I am Dred Scott. That's my son, Jarrell. I had to bury my son. We're not supposed to bury our kids. Our kids are supposed to bury us. That's a can of whoop ass, because I told y'all in 2014 I was going to whoop y'all's ass, and I'm whooping y'all's ass. That's the Baltimore Sun. Like I said, Baltimore rewired, the money behind the machine. Brown Omen. Y'all got to turn over that information. GOP Carter, you too. That's Governor Schaefer. He told me to follow the money. I followed the money. That's Boom and Diamond Tay. And we're going to play the tapes like Watergate. We're going to go to the FBI and get my FBI file. We're going to go to Governor O'Malley and get everything Governor O'Malley got. And we're going to stop with Governor Westmore. Everyone that can eat at my table. That's me, Brandon Scott. I'm the best of the best in Baltimore. That's Jared Jamantes. I'm an honorably discharged veteran. Block party gets bigger and better. Look, David said, we dying out here, all right? That's me. I'm the cook. That's Maryland in the Baltimore Sun. Leaders of a beautiful struggle. Forum panel cites multiple influential factors for kids to join gangs. I gave you that information. That's Brooke Learman. I need a federal and a state audit. I'm out $250 million making a movie, and you part of the show. So is Delegate Kaylin Young and Jackie Addison. I'm a whistleblower, 2015. The Comptroller's Office, Peter Francott. Because we talking about the money Maryland makes off the prison industry. That's Chuck Grassley. And that's Governor Larry Hogan. See who he is? And that's Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle. You feel me? Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle. Racism don't work without black cooperation. And it ain't going to end without white participation. That's Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle. And that's my son, Philip Davis. That's Johnny Oleski. That's Bill Ferguson. And you see who he is. And right here, to whom it may concern. This is Senator Janet and Frank Kelly. They financed my movie. Like I said, I'm a member of Out for Justice. I'm the founding member of the Baltimore Block. Ask Kelly Davis. Ask Tawanda Jones. You feel me? So, remember Brandon Scott? You got the movie The Body of Politics? Well, this is Baltimore Rewired, the money behind the machine. Shorty, pull your mask up? That's a movie too. November's coming. My birthday is 12/26/1959. We share a date. Your baby was born on my birthday. Remember that. We tied together for life. Everybody's welcome to eat at my table. You even ate off my plate. That's a legal notice. And that's Mayor Brandon Scott before he had hair. That's city, county, state, and federal levels. You always crying about jurisdiction. Well, here it is. In regards to your documentary, I will not be able to appear. That's Governor Westmore. That's Senator Ben Cardin's. And that's me on Falls Road. See the date? 2007. Fight for the working class. And I'm the working class. That's Steny Hoyer. It's Happy Constitution Day. And the Constitution say that I got a right to property. The Constitution say I got a freedom of speech. So that freedom of speech is making a movie. Maryland's prison industry. O'Malley and Brown's money machine. That's Donald Trump and Larry Hogan. If you vote for Trump, you voting for Hogan. You vote for Hogan, you voting for Trump. This is Racism 101. That's Governor O'Malley in the Attorney General's office. And like I said, grand jury request. That's me at the Supreme Court. And we talking about the money behind mass incarceration. All right? Right here. Made a movie all about Maryland's prison industry. All about Governor O'Malley. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Those are the faces of Jim Crow, Kurt Anderson, Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake, Jack Young, Kiefer Mitchell, protecting white supremacy. Constitutional rights, right of freedom of speech, official misconduct, conspiracy against my civil rights. Dred Scott, 2010. That's Natasha from the State Public Defender's Office. That's Eric Barron from the Department of Justice. That's Izzy Pataki. That's Governor Larry Hogan. And that's Governor Larry Hogan. If Blagojevich can go to jail, so can Larry Hogan. So we all on the same page. I'm good in the hood and I'm wearing my hoodie. This the Learning Tree. A movie all about Baltimore. Let's play the tapes like Watergate. Because you're going to learn today. The Learning Tree with Shorty. Release all that material to the voters before Election Day. Because if this movie come out, ain't nothing that y'all can do about it. Activism ain't terrorism. Killing me is no longer an option.